We'll give people a couple minutes to come in. My live always takes like 2 or 3 minutes before people come in. I don't know.
In front of them?
I don't give a fuck. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat.
I wouldn't do it, but that's just me.
I'm not you.
I know. Just a part of me.
How's it going, Donna and Ashley? Donna and Ashley are already in there.
Hi, ladies. How are you? Ashley, I kept your sister in my prayers pretty much all day yesterday and today.
I thought she got out. I thought that's what Ashley said yesterday, but apparently she didn't, and she's back in a coma again.
Oh, no.
So, can you guys hear us, or do I need to turn my fan off?
Can I ask a personal question, Ashley? I want to wait and get her in.
It takes a second.
Yeah.
They're like a second or two behind us.
Yeah, I don't just want to blurt out,
Donna said you could hear us loud and clear.
That's good. That's good. Today, I was thinking I can actually do that. Because Danny always says to me, Mom, you can do that. And
Actually, I usually say, does it hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, or did it hurt, or something like that. But I was thinking of one of my main pet peeves. And I'm telling you what, guys. When you turn the TV on, or YouTube, or whatever, and they have these commercials about these pills that are supposed to be able to help you, and I don't care who made it or what, they have a billion side effects, and a lot of them say that they can kill you.
Yep.
Now, why would you put that product on the market, knowing that it could kill people? I get so angry. No wonder I take herbs. I mean, I do. I listen to this every day. I mean, you hear it. And then it tells you all the side effects, or that your liver could shut down, or your kidneys, or it's not good for your lungs, or you may have problems going to the bathroom, or it could kill you. Why would you even put it on the market?
That's every pill, though. Squirrel, Jay, and Ginger all said hi.
Hi.
And Ashley said, sure. You wanted to ask her a question.
Right. But I wanted to ask you first, Ashley, before I just blurted out what was on my own mind. What kind of drug is your sister addicted to, so I know what to pray for?
She wants to know what your sister's taking.
Oh, I didn't know you had to say it like that.
You said it pretty soft, so they might not have heard you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nobody's roasting anybody. Okay.
I just wanted to know what I specifically should be. I know I should pray for a body healing, because that right there is so important. But to clear her mind, I'd like for God to touch her from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet.
Just send it to me and Ashley, and I'll tell her. She said, I can't put it. I'll get kicked off here.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to know what specifically I should pray for.
I'm going to say it one more time, because apparently I didn't say it clear the first time. There's not going to be any roasting of anybody on here. If that's what you want people to do, you can go ahead and leave. All right, go ahead.
But like I said, I was thinking about pet peeves today. And believe you me, you guys, I have a lot of them. And I'll tell you one of Danny's. Now, this is true.
Well, wait, give them a second. We'll see if they stop. Ashley said they said her withdrawals are so bad they are trying to take her down slow.
Ooh. You know, God's going to touch her, Ashley. He is. He's not ready to take her home yet. So
Okay, go ahead.
that's a plus.
Whatever you were going to say.
Danny has a pet peeve, and this is it. And his daughter usually every time, she does to her dad what I'm going to tell you Danny's pet peeve is. When Danny cuts grass, goes out in the yard,
egg and cheese sandwich
shop, he doesn't want us to use the water. So when he comes in, he can take a bath or a shower, you know, and have warm water.
Yeah, I don't want him to take a hot bath or turn the washer and dryer on while I'm out cutting grass because I want to take a shower when I come in and I want hot water.
So today he come in and he said, "Has anybody used the water?" "Nope, Danny, I gave Brianna a warning and told her to leave it alone."
I'd have been pissed because there was last year twice it happened. Mom did it to me, and then the very next week Brianna did it to me. I was pissed. I was like, when I'm out cutting the grass, don't use any fucking hot water.
More or less, he tells us, don't use the water.
Yeah, because it'll run the hot water tank down, and then I gotta take a bath in the cold water. I don't want to do that.
And you know, we have hot water tanks, so it really doesn't make sense that, I mean, I guess in a way it does, but you think it would always be hot. You know, you think it would, as much as it runs, because some hot water tanks, like the one here, is running all the time. So you think you would constantly have hot water, but you don't. And it don't make sense. So, but it may be time to change the one here, you know. And then I have another.
Squirrel put egg and cheese sandwiches. Yummy. Yeah, that's what Mom decided she wanted to have tonight.
You guys. And I knew yesterday before I even went to bed. So I didn't take anything out for supper today, out of the freezer. So when I got up today, I was like, what are we going to have for supper? Because I didn't take anything out. And then Danny came in from cutting the grass, and I said, well, son, I forgot to take something out of the freezer. So today it's egg and cheese sandwiches. Everybody clean their own mess. So, you know, nobody had to do dishes. Everybody had to do their own. But you still got something nutritious because bread has milk, even though it has sugars.
I bet that was yummy.
You know, you're getting milk and egg, and they say eggs aren't good for you guys.
They're not.
But they are good in some ways.
If you take an egg and break it open, but don't crack the yolk and swallow that whole, they're actually really good for you. But if you swallow it while it's broken, it can hurt you. So it's hard to do. So don't do it unless you know how to do it, because it's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's not something I would do.
Donna put, Danny, Mom made her homemade broccoli and cheese casserole. Oh my gosh, that sounds so yummy.
Oh, man, I'm a veggie lover, so.
Oh man, I don't know if you've ever had that from Donna's
it
mom,
just
but it's
sounds
good.
It does. It really sounds good. Tomorrow I'm making my beef stroganoff, and I don't make it too often, but that's what I'm making tomorrow.
Are you making it with peas?
With what?
With peas?
Yes.
Oh shit, we're gonna have a recipe live tomorrow.
Yes. But it's made my way, you guys.
Recipe live coming tomorrow. Beef stroganoff with peas. Freaking amazing. One of my favorite meals. We will definitely be doing a live recipe video with Mom tomorrow.
Danny does not eat noodles, you guys. And when I tell you that, and Donna can tell you the same thing, it's got to be certain things that certain people make before he'll touch a noodle.
Yeah, Kathy said, so good to see your mom. She's amazing.
Aww. Do I know you, Kathy?
No. These people are all from other states.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for your kindness. You know, I'm just like anybody else. I'm human. Like I tell you every time, I don't care what I look like. I'm not going to make myself out to be somebody I'm not. I'm not going to put on makeup. I have arthritis in my hands. I'm human. And a lot of people get online and they make themselves out to be something they're really not. I mean, who puts on makeup and stuff 24 hours a day and real fancy shirts?
A lot of people. Those people are what I call fake people.
I'm just a country person. You know, and I figure people can accept me as I am or go on your way.
Yeah, fuck off.
You know, I don't say that, you know. When I'm mad, I say things. And I do get mad, but I try not to say them words even around Danny. I try really hard. When I'm by myself, I will say them potty words, and then I gotta ask God to forgive me because I got so angry, and I have to ask for forgiveness.
What time is his appointment tomorrow, Donna? She said, when? I gotta take Brandon to the hospital for his appointment tomorrow. I guess she wants to see the beef stroganoff recipe.
Oh. I'll tell you what.
Kathy said, no, I've watched you before, and yes, you're sincere.
I am. Honesty is the best policy, guys. If you're honest, and this is a true saying, I believe in it, if you're honest, you don't have to have a good memory. Because you don't have to come up with a story to cover a lie or anything like that. Be honest in the first place. And then, you know, the memory has nothing to do with it because it's just complete honesty so you remember it. You know, and Donna.
She said she's got to be at the appointment at 10 o'clock.
Because Brianna doesn't have school tomorrow, so just whenever,
hold on, Mom.
Let us know.
Hold on. Is it freezing up, guys? Because I see it is. Yep, that's what I thought. Hold on. Is it still freezing up? Is it still freezing up? Okay. Okay, now you can talk. The internet was freezing. Go figure.
I'm lucky if I can ever get online here. I mean, ever. And I don't understand it because Danny and Brianna don't have the problems I do. And I'm right by the tower. Like, I'm sitting right here on the couch. The tower is like, I don't know if you guys can see, but where Danny's curtain is here.
They can't see the curtain.
Oh, well, the curtain's like right there.
Yeah.
Where the window is. And I'm telling you guys, I'm sitting that close to the tower and I cannot get on. I'm kicked off every 5 to 10 minutes. And here lately...
This internet's been being real stupid today.
Here lately, it's been kicking me off my TV too. It'll just shut my TV down. And I don't understand it because Danny and Brianna never have the problems I do. So I don't get it. You know?
It's like whatever you said to Donna said repeat because it froze up.
Oh. Okay, I want to know, you know, what happens with Brandon. Bless his heart. Text Danny or something and let him know that you're back so we know when to go on and...
Well, if it's after 5 o'clock, we're not going to wait that long.
You know.
We'll do it at 4 or 5. If you miss it, I'm sorry. You can watch it later because it'll be live and I'll save it.
I may make my cornbread tomorrow too.
No, that's gonna be a different video.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not making my cornbread tomorrow.
I don't want them in the same video because then people don't.
I do mine differently.
I know. I want to do it in its own video.
You know, you can buy.
We might do the cornbread tomorrow, but it'll be 2 different videos. That way, one will say rice-a-roni and one will say cornbread. In case you don't want to know one of the recipes, you can check out the other one.
You guys, I am not doing rice-a-roni.
Well,
I am doing beef
stroganoff, yeah. So
my way.
Rhonda put, my sister has chickens, so I get my eggs from her. The shells are thicker and the yolks are larger and a darker yellow. Yeah, I like fresh eggs so much better.
I do too. We used to have a lady in town that sold them. I don't know if she's still doing it, but Ted and I would stop there, which is Danny's dad, and I'd buy some and he'd buy some because they're farm fresh, you know. But the eggs, you have to pick out the shell out of the egg. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. It's like when Danny told me they took something out of the chicken feed, I was like, it messed with the egg.
I'm going to put, and this might be what your problem is too. She said, Miss Parker, I have rheumatoid, the arthritis like you have.
Rheumatoid?
Yeah, and RA disformities in my hands. Doctors say the tendons in my hands are separated from the bone. Yeah, that's probably what she has too.
And I'm telling you guys, if arthritis, any form of arthritis, and I'm talking to everybody out there.
It sucks.
It hurts. I'm not one to do pills. Danny will tell you that. I do ibuprofen and herbs. I do turmeric every day, and I do ginger. And I take ibuprofen, which isn't good for my liver. I do know that. But you guys, I would rather take ibuprofen than half of the medications they have on the market that could kill me.
Like ibuprofen?
True.
It's killing your liver. It's killing you. That's what it's doing.
True.
Like nothing you can take is really good for you anymore. It's just crazy.
Actually, herbs are, because that's what
Certain
God
herbs.
put on the earth.
Ashley put, Mom, I'm going to send you a plug-in that is supposed to help with the Wi-Fi to make it stronger.
A plug-in?
I have no idea what she's talking about, but okay. And then,
well, thank you, Ashley.
Donna said he's having an echo test done.
You know, I have one of them done.
And then Ashley said, what do I need, Mom, so I can cook it with you?
But if I give out the ingredients, Ashley, I'll tell you what, I'll have Danny text it to you.
Yeah,
how about that?
That way other people can watch and figure it out as we're doing it. But I'll text it to you, Ashley.
Yeah, you can do it as we go along, but I'll tell Danny exactly what I do put into it, and then he can send it to you. And I'm not saying that to be mean, you guys. I just like, if I'm going to do a video,
she says
I'd like you to see how I do it. And Danny likes to make it. Danny does the cooking.
Yeah, because I want to remember it. If I do it, I'll remember it.
He says, Mom, when you're not here, I'll remember how you did things if I do it myself. So I share my recipes that I've always done that my family liked, and Danny makes them. So.
I'm going to put, I know it's painful. I've been taking turmeric and ibuprofen.
Me too, woman, me too. Yeah, we on the same line. Same line. I believe in herbs, I just do. My ex-husband used to tell me all the time, smoke a joint, you know. He said it will probably help you more than anything. And you know, the good Lord put them out there, you guys. That plant out there for a reason. I don't know if that's what the reason was, but
it's actually good for it's actually good for kids too. Like
he used to always tell me to smoke one.
As crazy as that sounds, it's actually good for kids. Like with the ADHD, it actually helps with that.
Does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And other things pot actually helps you with.
You know,
like, you can't get the shit where they're putting shit in it.
Right.
You got to get
You want the plain
the
plant
plant.
that has nothing added.
Yeah.
That the good Lord put here. Not something that man has redone to make it to where you get even higher. Or whatever. So you want it to be
actual
on a medicinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to pull the plant yourself. And that otherwise it's
you want
got
to know
other
what
stuff
went
in
into it. You're right. Right. So yeah, but
Donna said, "Yuck, beef stroganoff." She doesn't like beef stroganoff.
Why do you want to know how to make it?
I know that's a good question. We're making it, but you don't want to know how to make it?
No, she don't like it, but she wants to know how I make it.
I don't know. Maybe she thought I said something else. Squirrel put, same here, Ashley. Okay, that's to Ashley.
Let's hear some of you guys' pet peeves.
Rhonda put, I take black KOHOSH. K-Hosh for hot flashes.
You know, I
don't know what that is, but
and I know the guys don't want to hear it, you know, but
I'm the only guy here, so it's fine. Say it.
So, but when you go through menopause, yes. Oh my gosh. I had an emergency hysterectomy when I was 28, and I'm telling you what, you guys, I went through menopause instantly. Once they yank everything out, you instantly go through it. Now, I still have an ovary left and a fallopian tube, but they yanked out the uterus and one fallopian tube and one ovary. But I still instantly went into menopause. And I'll tell you what, I gave my family hell for years. And then I was told about black cohosh.
Oh, shit.
After I done went through it. So.
Actually, this ain't the funny part, but Ashley put, well, maybe it is. Ashley put, it's 40 out today. I'm sick of the cold weather. Hell, if it feels more like Christmas than Christmas did outside. Laughed out loud.
Yeah.
Donna said,
it was kind of warm Christmas this year.
Yeah.
It was a mild Christmas.
Donna said, I just want to watch. And then Squirrel put, my pet peeve, 100% stupid people.
You know what?
Only Squirrel or Ashley can come up with something like that.
No common sense people.
Although Donna's comment was pretty funny too. I'll tell it after you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But here's one I have against Danny and Brianna. We don't always get along, you guys. We are family, but I mean, we have disagreements and everything, you know, just like any other family. But the one pet peeve that they both have that really irks me and pisses me off, when they don't wipe off the counter. They'll go in, they'll make food, and they don't wipe it off. I go in and make a cup of coffee, and I clean under my coffee cup, and I'm like, wipe the counter off. You know, you're going to be bitching. I just said a potty word.
That's a potty word. I heard it. We all heard it.
But they're going to be grouching when there's piss ants in there. They're both going to be grouching. So my pet peeve with them is they don't wipe the counters. And it does make me mad. It does. Because my mama had a spotless kitchen at all times. I mean, the kitchen was always clean. The rest of the house wasn't. The kitchen was spotless, and I'm the same way.
Donna put, actually, if it gets cold one more time, I'm putting up the Christmas tree.
Ashley said that too. If it stays cold like this, she was going to put up the Christmas tree again. You know, it's ridiculous.
Actually put, I love my Christmas tree. Laughing out loud, I might put it back up.
Yeah. It's like,
I put mine up and then I leave it there until my mom decides to take it down.
And he does, you guys.
I don't care if it's there in March or April or May or June. I'm not taking it back down.
I didn't take it down here till February.
Like, I'll put it up.
I
ain't taking it back down.
I absolutely got tired of seeing the Christmas tree up, so I took it down myself.
Squirrel said, I got you all beat. I just leave mine up all year.
Hey, I've heard people do that. They'll get a smaller tree and they'll decorate it and everything, and then they'll put like a clear plastic bag over it and tie it at the bottom so it don't get dusty. I've heard that.
Kathy said one of her pet peeves is old vegetables in the product section at the grocery store.
Danny comes home and says that too.
Like
He'll say, Mom, all the tomatoes were soft and squishy and they weren't no good.
If she'll send me to get like a pepper or a tomato or something, if they don't feel good, I ain't fucking getting that shit.
And then he don't buy it, and he'll come home with the canned version if you can. You can't on peppers, but on the tomatoes and stuff, he'll get me the canned version, and I'll be like, why didn't you get my tomato? I need a tomato on this. I wasn't buying that, Mom, and I am grateful that he is that picky.
I'm gonna put, my mom taught me about herb remedies since I was a child. Magnesium is good for pain too.
Oh, I may have to try that too.
The herbs, like I don't do herbs like
I do.
My mom will put some stuff in our food, but the reason my father lived as long as he did, like they gave him 6 months, and my dad lived for a year and 6 months because this lady he went to did all these herbs, and my dad started taking these different herbs for his cancer. I wish I knew this lady. Dad never told me who she was.
He didn't me either, but he always talked about her, and he always showed me what he got.
But he lived for another year over what the doctor said he would live.
Because he would not take anything but the pain medication that the doctors gave him. If they said, oh, you need to take this, this, and this, Ted, he wouldn't.
So herbs are really good. Like, they can do crazy, amazing things.
So, and I'm that way, and a lot of times, like I said, I use turmeric. I put it in Danny and Brianna's food, just like mine. Ginger, every once in a while, I'll put in my food.
If Tom or Ronnie come into this live, guys, time them out. I don't care what they say, time them out. If Tom or Ronnie, because when my mom's on here, I'm not going to put up with their bullshit. So, Tommy,
well, if they don't like me, it's okay.
That's not you. It's they don't like me, and they're not going to disrespect my mom. So if they come in here, either one of them, time them out.
I'm okay, you guys. Like I tell you all
time
the
them
time,
out.
I'm okay with everybody's opinion.
It's not about you. It's about me. It has nothing to do with you.
And if you guys have a different opinion than me, oh my gosh, speak out.
Yeah,
because
but that's not.
I can learn from your opinions, and you can learn from mine. We can learn from each other, and we're going to disagree on things, you guys.
Rhonda said you can't fix stupid.
But it's okay to disagree and still be friends.
Oh, did you hear me?
Like
Rhonda said you can't fix stupid.
Oh, honey, that's so true. It is. And you can't fix people who don't have common sense.
Ashley's pet peeve was, mine is when the kids leave clothes everywhere and shoes in the floor. I used to do that bad. I'm sorry.
Yes, he did.
Like, when we first moved here, I would leave my shoes wherever they fell. Then we got this little shoe thing, and I'll either leave my shoes right by it or on top of it.
But he will not put them in the containers.
They're not on the floor where you can trip over them. They're either right in front of it or on top of it.
Yeah.
I used to just, wherever they came off, that's where I left them.
Yeah. He walked in the door and walked out of his shoes in the front room where they'd be on the rug. He'd just leave them. I'm such a klutz. I can fall over my own feet. I don't need no help with somebody else's shoes or something, but yeah. So.
Actually, after you said I guess this is right after you said your bad word. I told you, Mom, don't say bad words, damn it.
I know. Shame on you know, you guys. I know better.
Rhonda said,
so rude.
Rhonda says she has 6 tomato plants out.
Wow.
And
you know, I like to sit and just eat a tomato. But when you go to the store, and Danny will come home and he'll tell me, because a lot of times in the summer I like a tomato just to have on a sandwich or just to eat. And Danny straight up tells me, Mom, I'm not spending your money on that. He said it's not worth it, and I'm not doing it.
yeah, sometimes she'll tell me to go get something, and I'll get there and I'll be like, I'm not buying that.
Right.
It's not happening. Like when the eggs were going up real bad, Mom will be like, go and get like 18 eggs, and I was like, I'm not paying $20 for 18 eggs.
See, I told him that the other day. I was getting them so I can make my cornbread for you guys and show you how I do it. And I told Danny to get 18 eggs. He said, Mom, I'm not buying it. He said, I'm just not doing it. He said, they're really expensive in Cuba. And he said, I'm not doing it.
But I went to Bourbon, because I was in Bourbon already, because I had to pick up my daughter from school. And the eggs were like $4 for 18 eggs. I was like, okay, we'll get 18 eggs then.
So we got 18 anyways, you know.
But in Cuba, that 18 eggs is like $8.
You know, so that's why we could have egg sandwiches tonight too, but that's ridiculous. And then, like I said, half the time the shell falls in the egg, and you don't want that, so it's like, whatever they took out of the food, put it back.
Donna said your order will be here Tuesday.
Yay, what was my damages?
I don't know. Don't put the price on here, because sometimes they get mad about that. Just send me a message, Donna. Golden seal is a natural antibiotic.
Really, you know, because garlic is. And so is, I had Danny get me some ginseng as a natural antibiotic. And I like knowing about things like that. Not that it's going to work on all of us, but if we could try something that doesn't have all the chemicals in it, wouldn't you think we'd all be better off? I mean, really?
Rhonda put to Squirrel, she put, I have lived in the Smoky Mountains all my life, and I love me some maters.
Maters are the best. My daddy called them maters. Maters and taters, and you know, but I'm country.
We lived in the country all our lives.
You know, it's like...
It's country where we're at.
The very first time I said taters to Donna, it was funny. She goes, what do you mean? Donna, you're a country girl. You don't know what taters are? She goes, well, what are they? They're potatoes.
Rhonda put, I used to dig ginseng when I was a kid.
We did too, and we dug a lot of snake root and golden seal and stuff like that. And we always dug
snake root was so much fun to dig. Like,
we made a lot of money to take on our vacations that way.
I paid for like my 5th car. I paid for with Kansas City snake root. Like, we went and dug it at, me and Johnny, remember we went and dug it at
Brown, down by Brown.
No, at fucking, I can't think of his name. He lives in Stillville, Dad's friend's house. Roger. We went to Roger's house because he said we could dig it, and like he had a whole field of Kansas City snakeweed. He's like, you guys dig as much as you want. Yeah. We did. We dig enough for me and my brother to both buy a car. That's how much was there.
And nowadays, you know, and it grows along the railroad tracks, and now they won't let you even dig it.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I heard you can't. You can get a fine because it's on the railroad tracks. And I think that's crazy.
Oh, you can't dig along the railroad tracks. That's their property.
No, Yeah,
you can't do that.
They won't let you do it.
Well, you can go dig it on somebody else's property.
Well, yeah, but...
Like, I could go to... Roger would let me come dig it right now if I wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. But we dug a lot of roots as mayapple, and you don't get much for mayapple. It's like 50 cents back then, but we still dug it. We got to do a lot of things with our boys because We worked hard to build up money, and and then we did it by digging roots, picking up cans, digging in dumps. I'm not ashamed of any of it, because you know what? If you can go out and beg somebody to give you money or something, and they give it to you, they give it to you freely. There's ways to make money, you guys.
It's a foggy night.
Why?
Because the fog's coming in. See it?
Yeah, it's kind of chilly though. That's probably why.
That's fog.
But yeah, there's ways of making money, and people always say, "Oh, I can't find a job. I can't this. I can't that." Get out and dig some snake roots.
Walk along the road and pick up cans.
Pick up some cans.
I did that a lot when I was a kid.
Go dig in a dump and get some older bottles and sell them on eBay. There's ways to make
But people
money.
are fucking lazy. They want the government to pay for everything.
I get so upset.
I know what a yellow root is, but what is a ramps? It says yellow root and ramps.
Ramps?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
RAMPS?
Yeah, but it's got to be some kind of plant.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, what is that? Clue us in.
What is that, Rhonda? Ashley, but Mom, did you know fish antibiotics are the same as... I don't know.
Human antibiotics. Yes, they are. You're absolutely right. And you can order them on eBay.
Well, they're selling them out because they're getting ready to take them off the market.
Really?
You're going to have to get them by fucking doctor's orders. Oh, yeah, they want to rip you off and make you go to doctors and, yeah.
Somebody send me some. But yes, I did know that, Ashley. When my boys were younger, I used to order them off of eBay.
Yeah, Rhonda said that it's illegal to dig anywhere outside your own property or someone else's property. So that's how it is now.
Yeah, it is here too. You just, they don't want you doing it. They want, in a way, if you think about it, they want people to suffer. Yeah. And I don't understand that. She
said ramps are wild onions. They are strong like a garlic.
The ones that grow out in your yard?
I don't think them are actual wild onions.
We just call them wild onions.
Yeah, I call them wild onions, but that's probably what she's talking about. Is that what a ramp is? Like, we've always just called them wild onions.
I love to go out and pull them wild onions out of the yard and eat them. And they are strong. You're right. They're super strong.
That might be what she's talking about. I don't know, though. I've never called them ramps. I always called them wild onions.
Wild onions, yeah. Wild garlic.
Wild garlic, we don't get that very often. But we
used to have it in your yard. House.
Yeah.
Wild garlic.
She said nope. It's not the same thing.
Oh, it's not the same thing. And what is it good for? Because onions are good for your lungs, you guys. Just so you know that. If you like onions and you have lung problems, or you have, even your kids are getting colds and congested all the time, make them an onion water. Boil the onion.
Brianna will.
It's good for the lungs.
When Brianna gets sick, she'll ask my mom for that now.
Yeah.
Because it actually
clears
you up. That's weird. I won't drink that shit, but Brianna will.
And also, and I've told you guys before, 100% honey.
Real honey.
And you can buy it at the store, and it's a little more expensive for 100%.
It's like $8.
But you want to make sure it's 100%. It's great for sinuses, congestion, lungs, coughing. Donna just informed me not too long ago that it was good to help you sleep when you're having a problem. I didn't know that until Donna told me. But she said, yeah, to help you sleep of a nighttime. So 100% honey is a pure natural antibiotic too, you guys.
Squirrel put, they want to control everything and strip us of all our freedoms. Exactly.
They do.
Like, we are the freest country, but I don't think we are anymore.
And we still have a rope on our butt.
Yeah, I don't think we're the freest country anymore. I think, France and Paris are probably more free than we are, which is crazy.
Excuse me. I just,
Squirrel put, yep, raw, unfiltered honey, that's loco.
now I have heard that too, do local honey. And Danny, once in a while, if he's out at a festival or something, if he sees that, he'll get it for me, locally owned and made by the bees local. He'll get it for me. But you don't see it too often. It sells as quick as they have it.
Hopefully I'm saying this person's name right. How would you pronounce this? Seymour.
Seymour.
Seymour. That's how I pronounce it. Okay, Seymour. But nice to meet you, Mom Anna.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Welcome. We're always happy to have other people and their opinions, and if you got something you want to just chat about.
Like in these chats, guys, if we're talking about something and you want to change the subject to something else, just change it.
Yes.
We're going wherever we end up going in these type of lives.
And I love when we can talk about things that help each other. Like I said, one of my pet peeves is when you're watching TV and then you have a commercial that talks about all these side effects on these drugs that they want everybody to take, and then at the very end it says can also kill you. It's like, oh, let's talk about herbs. Come on now.
I actually put, my granny used to put onions on the bottom of our feet at night when we got sick as kids.
I've heard that. I've never tried it, but I have heard that you put an onion on their feet and then you put your sock over it. And that's supposed to help with congestion and everything like that too. I have heard that. Now, and Danny can attest to this too.
Wow.
You can cut an onion, you guys, in half and put it in your house, and it will take care of any odor you have.
Like if something in your house you can't figure out why it stinks. Like we had my brother was a slob, and he stayed in this room by himself with his dogs. And yes.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was bad. The dog.
Oh, you guys.
We put an onion in there for like, a week? Open up an onion, put it in there for like a week, got rid of the whole, nothing. It smells.
What it does, it absolutely.
It pulls the smell into the onion.
It took it out of the carpet and off the walls. Because once you get that pea smell, it's there.
Yeah, the dogs were,
And we cut an onion in half and put it in there, and it absolutely, when I heard it, I was like, oh, bull crap, but I was like, let's try it. And you guys.
It worked.
It works.
Rhonda
absolutely works.
Rhonda put, around here, if you go to school the next day after eating ramps, they will send you home. It seeps through your pores.
They'll send you home?
I guess the smell comes through your pores.
Who cares? So does garlic, but...
And then Seymour put, my sinuses are screaming at me. My friends told me to scream back.
Try 100% honey.
Yeah, that'll help with your sinuses.
100%. None of this like, oh, so much. 100% pure honey. Try that.
And then Seymour put, cherish your mom. I miss my family.
Aww.
Yeah, it sucks. I miss my dad every day. And then Rhonda put antioxidant. And then
yes.
Kathy put, hello, beautiful souls. Danny, and your mom is a sweetie.
Aw, thank you. That's really kind. But you know what, you guys, I'm just like you. I mean, you'll see where Danny and I, on some of the lives, we have disagreements and we have to agree to disagree.
He said, Rhonda
because we're only human.
It's way stronger than garlic.
Oh, and garlic can be super strong.
Yeah.
We eat garlic every day here on everything. So
we're gonna have to try it, I guess, because
yeah,
Seymour just put. Seymour put.
Here.
I love ramps and fried potatoes. I'm a West Virginia girl. We're gonna have to see if we got ramps, just so we can try it.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of it till today.
Me neither. I thought you were talking about wild onions that you could go out in your yard
We're gonna have
and
to
pick.
see if we can find it and try it.
Now, you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have heard this, but I've heard that dandelions, that the little yellow flowers that grow everywhere that we all dislike, but are good for the bees, I've heard that those are good for you to eat.
Yeah, you can also eat cottontails.
Yeah, your dad used to tell me that. I couldn't see myself eating a cottontail.
Squirrel
they're
foot.
cotton.
I use a lot of garlic. I love garlic. I eat garlic on everything I make.
So do I. So we go through a lot of garlic here too. I mean a lot of garlic. So, but we go through, thanks to Keenan and Brianna, like Grandma too.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Rhonda.
We do a lot of salt.
Rhonda, but I just lost my mom a month ago. She had a major stroke and passed away 8 days later. She was not sick and wasn't even on any meds.
Oh,
That sucks.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
My God,
bless you.
It's been 3 years, three and a half years since my father died. It's you don't get over it.
It's been 2 years for my mom, and I just recently lost my oldest sister in February. And yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah, you have days that you do okay, and then days that you just lose it. And it's okay. It's okay. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not okay to grieve. Grieve your own way. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, your time's up, it should be fine. Come on.
No.
If you want to grieve, you grieve.
Maybe you'll understand this. I don't understand it. Seymour put, we have hives. It's all started as a middle school project with the oldest, and he is about to graduate in May 6th. Hives now.
Hives. Hives?
HIV.
Beehives?
Like hives. I don't.
Are you talking about beehives?
I might say something here in a minute. He said, yes, they are, but you do need to cook dandelions. Like, you can't just eat them.
I have heard
Seymour
that.
put, yes, make jelly out of dandelions. You can make jelly out of dandelions. Never heard of that.
I never heard of the jelly, but that's interesting to know because I have heard people say that they eat dandelions, and I'm like, the bees are always on the dandelions.
Seymour said, I'll send you some dandelion jelly mid-May. I saw your P.O. box. So she's going to send us some of it to try.
Wow, that's interesting.
I didn't know dandelions can be made into jelly, so that's kind of cool.
I didn't either.
I've never ever ate a dandelion either, so.
Well, now I'm telling you, as a kid.
I probably bit into one as a kid, but.
Now, listen, you guys. Any of you out there that are older like me.
Justice just came on. She said, hi, Danny and Anna and everyone else.
Hi.
And she's celebrating her sister's birthday. Tell your sister I said happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her. Woo, woo, woo.
Beehives is what she was talking about.
Beehives. I kind of thought so.
Yeah.
But now I forgot what I was going to say.
We're talking about eating dandelions.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay, what I was going to tell you guys, if you're like my age, 40s, 50s, 60s, we used to go out as kids and we would eat the clover off the ground. Remember
clover's so good.
Remember they had like little bananas. They look like it's the flower part of it, but they look like little bananas and they had seeds in it.
Honeysuckle.
No,
I'm just talking about stuff that you could just go eat.
But you would go outside and you would just sit down and you'd eat the clover. And they had these little bananas, and they were sour. Remember, it was sour, but yet you loved it as a kid. Or you ate things off persimmons that came on trees, you ate the persimmon.
My grandma, my great-grandma, my dad's on my dad's side, she had a pear tree. Oh my gosh, I'd go over there and I'd eat so many pears, I was sick when I left her house.
We had a pear tree at our house too when the boys were growing up, and this is truthful, you guys. We could not keep Danny and Johnny off the pear tree.
Oh my gosh, I love pears.
We did not want them to eat pears and just pears and pears.
So they cut the damn tree down.
So Ted cut it down. He absolutely cut our pear tree down.
Rhonda put.
We couldn't get him to eat anything but the pears.
Rhonda put. I've eaten dandelion greens. We're gonna have to try dandelions because Kathy also put delicious with bacon and onions. Dandelions are delicious with bacon and onions.
Wow. See, I've heard, but I've never tried.
Yes, eat the greens of dandelions.
Wow.
And
isn't this interesting?
Yeah, I knew you could eat them, but I never ate one.
Yeah, me neither. But as kids, you put everything in your mouth. So, but I mean, who am I to say? Like I said, we would pull the clovers up from the ground and eat them, so we didn't care as kids. Nowadays, you kind of
I don't know.
Careful.
I don't know how to pronounce the name. Squirrel, will you send me that in a message so I can check it out? She said there's a channel. I don't know how to pronounce the channel's name. Recently put out a video about foraging in her yard. It was really cool. So I guess different things in your yard you can actually eat.
Wow.
So we'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Just make sure you wash it really good, you guys. Even when you buy stuff from the store, always, you can't wash the meat, but even wipe off your cans before you open them because you never know what has been on top of the can or anything. Yeah. Always be extra cautious about that. I'm very cautious about it.
Squirrel put, we have a fig tree, a mulberry tree, and one lemon. All the others died, stupid cold weather.
It's cold here today, you guys.
It wasn't too bad. It was probably in the high 50s. Yesterday
and today is cold.
Yesterday was freaking stupid because we were in the 70s and 80s for like 2 weeks.
No, about a week.
It was about 2 weeks. And then yesterday it was just freaking cold.
I mean, it just dropped and I'm like...
Yeah, it was crazy. We turned the heat on. We didn't have the heat on for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden, poof, let's turn the heat on because it's cold.
Well, I had to ask Danny last night. I said, Danny, I'm so cold. Will you turn the heat on? Here it is, the end of April. But, I've seen it snow in April.
And we might do that, actually.
Nothing surprises me.
We meant to do this a long-ass time ago.
What?
We might do that in a live, actually. It says we need to do our live on food to stock up on and stuff that keeps a long time now that there's more people. And we might do that.
Right. We did do that and it went over.
No, we never did that.
I thought we did.
We planned to do it, we never did.
Oh, then we do need to do that because there is things that you can keep for years, you guys. Like the other day, Danny got us some cheese and it doesn't expire until 31.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, when does it expire? And I looked on there and I was like, August of
2031.
Yeah, it was like August of 2031. I was like, damn, that's a long ass time from now.
I couldn't believe, but yeah, there is. You're so right, Ashley. We do need to do that.
Seymour put Barlett and Danjo, I guess. I think that's what Danjou. Danjou sounds more like probably what it is. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. Could you explain it, please?
Hugs, but my house I built on a former cow pasture. We have tons of onions, laughing out loud.
Oh.
I'm probably, but you don't run out of onions there, probably. Squirrel said she'll be right back. Gonna send the video before she forgets so we can check it out. Alright, I got it. And then Rhonda put, they say if you don't like the weather, it does for sure.
Missouri is bad for that.
It for sure does. Thank you, Squirrel.
Danny and I was just talking like about a week ago to where we had all 4 seasons in a day.
Oh, man.
In one day.
There was a time back when I lived in Rolla. It was when me and Donna were still together. That morning, I went out in my shorts. It was like 90 degrees outside. I'm out there in my shorts, enjoying the day. About the mid part of the day, the temperature dropped 73 degrees. It was like 23 or 30 or 23 or to 30 degrees outside. This happened in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like it went from 90 to 23 in one day.
And Missouri is so... Mother Nature needs to get a clue. That's what I call it.
Missouri weather changes every 5 minutes.
Yes, it does. And that's a really poor true statement.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've seen it snow in April.
Donna said, I'm back. Sorry, Brandon, come over to visit.
Good. How was he?
How's he doing? Ashley put, here in Kentucky, also 1 minute it. Ashley? Is that a cuss word on there? And then the next, it's 90. Ashley cussed. She said the S word.
Okay, Ashley.
She said the S word. Ashley's cussing. If you guys want to know the only cuss word on this channel, it's that one that Ashley just used. That S word right there.
I just said it before you, Ashley, 3 times, and he never said a word. 2 or 3 times.
You don't yell at your mom. That's against the law.
Yes, he does.
I did hear you actually cuss today, though.
Yes, I did.
You did say a fucking bad word. That's not nice.
I did not say that.
I said you said a fucking bad word. I didn't say what.
I did not say that.
I said you said a fucking bad word.
I did not.
I didn't say you said fucking.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I didn't. I said you said a fucking bad word. I didn't say.
And I said yes, I
did. Woman.
Guys, what did I just say? Did I say yes, I did?
Woman.
He's not listening.
Yes, it's a very bad word, Rhonda. Very bad word.
It's one of them words that Danny does not allow here. Because he considers snow to be a cuss word.
What in the fuck? That's 2 cuss words now. 2. You're fired.
Get over it. You can't fire the best. I mean, you can, but... Oh, well, life goes on, right?
We lived in Kansas when I was in the 9th grade. Couldn't believe the bad word.
Isn't it horrible at times? Now,
Justice is laughing. She thinks it's funny. Us arguing.
We argue. We're just like anybody else. But, you know, like I said, we agree to disagree and we go on because there's a lot of things that Danny and I disagree on. Instead of keeping an argument going, it's like, okay, let's agree to disagree and go on. You can still be friends, you can still be whatever. And that's one of my philosophies. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
Can we all join in?
You want to join in our argument? I did say a potty word.
But Squirrel put, here in Texas, we have 1 week of fall that kind of takes over winter, 1 week of spring, 2 months of summer, and the rest is hot as hell.
You know, when
I've only been to Texas once that I remember.
The boys were...
But I think I've been there twice, but only once that I remember.
Well, we lived there for a while with my grandma. We stayed at my grandma's house because grandma had to go and stay with...
I remember that. I remember...
But Danny and John... And no, she came up with my grandma.
They lived there because Tina
No,
lived there?
she didn't.
We stayed at Tina.
Terry and Tina lived
well,
there.
Maybe that's what it was.
But
I know we stayed with Tina. I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, we stayed at Tina and Todd.
Yeah.
But we had went up and lived with my grandma for a while because she needed somebody to watch her house while she took care of her husband in the nursing home. So, yeah, the weather up in Texas was funny. If it snowed, and to me it was really funny because I'm from Missouri, So, snow. If it was this much on the ground, then people were having wrecks.
Yeah, Dad said it.
We would laugh at them.
Because we could drive in a foot of snow here,
Yeah.
and not have a problem. But Dad said when he was in Texas, they'd get like an inch.
Very little.
People would be driving off the road, freaking
hitting
each other.
Oh.
Like an inch here, we'd laugh about it.
It was funny.
I'll drive in an inch of ice. When it goes above an inch of ice, then I ain't going outside.
Right. I mean, Ted and I were from Missouri, and all we could do was just laugh at people. And it's not funny. But it was, because what I'm accustomed to, you can tell they're not accustomed to. So it's different to see how each state is individualized by the way they do things. We're all different.
I don't know who Hugs is talking to, but she put, is Leavenworth High still there? Only off military base school I went to, and it was huge.
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I've lived in Missouri all my life, so if it's something in Missouri, it's not around here.
Now, one time we was going to move to Ohio.
Did I miss something? No limit on grieving. What's up, Kat?
There is no limit on grieving.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. There's no limit whatsoever.
Are you okay, Kathy? We're here if you want to talk. I didn't see that, sorry.
And I hate when people say, oh, you should be over that by now. No. We all grieve differently. Grieve your own way, you guys.
Okay, she's behind in our chat a little bit, I think.
And that's okay.
Kathy's not with us. She's back further in the chat.
And that's okay.
So
she's probably reading it.
She's where we were talking about that earlier.
Right. And that's all right.
Yeah, she said just have my days. That's what Kathy said.
Absolutely. I still cry for my mom, and my mom was 80 when she passed away 2 years ago. And I'm telling you guys, I think back to when both my dads passed away. And, I have days I still cry about it because I miss them. I mean, when you lose your parent, it's really hard, but when you lose your mom, that's the one that held it all together. It's usually mom. It's really hard, you guys. Really hard.
Squirrel put, yeah, we can't drive in the cuss word, but we sure as heck get out and play in the hurricanes.
When in the cotton fields up there, because Ted worked the cotton fields in Texas, and I'm telling you what, when you guys would have them sandstorms.
Are you talking about Fort Leonard Wood?
Holy moly!
The only fort in Missouri is Fort Leonard Wood. And then there's one in St. Louis. I can't remember what it's called.
I can't either. But yes, we still have Fort Leonard Wood.
We have 3 forts in Missouri.
Big base.
We have one in Kansas City, one in Waynesville, and one in St. Louis.
Yep, and Fort Leonard Wood.
That's counting Waynesville. That's in Waynesville.
Yeah. I think we have more than anybody.
We have 3 Army bases in Missouri.
Yeah.
But we're also in the center of the U.S.
Yes.
So when they attack, usually they attack from the center.
And we're right in the center.
We're dead in the center. We're
dead in
30 miles from the dead center of Missouri.
Yeah.
Which is the dead center of the U.S.
Yes. We're right in the middle. So, and it's kind of odd because of the small state that we are and everything, but yeah, we're right smack in the middle.
Rhonda put, my mom is my hero. She had a very hard life. I'm glad I was clean for the last 13 years.
Aw, bless your heart. I feel for you because I know how you feel. Nobody can replace your mom, and now I'm gonna cry because I miss my mom. So God bless you.
Ashley put, when they come for you, make sure you call me and give me a heads up. Laughing out loud. Just kidding. Now, we won't know if it happens. Like, it'll be over in a second. Like,
Yeah.
if they attack from the center, they're going to attack with something big. So.
Or if the New Madrid fault line goes off. We're in trouble.
That's everybody.
We're in trouble here, though, because we're right with it.
Yeah, but there's...
So...
If the Magic fault ever goes off, everybody's in trouble.
Everybody is in trouble, but
Yeah.
it's getting us first. Because we're right there at the New Madrid fault line. It's like an hour from us. 2 hours from us. So, yeah. We're right at that fault line. I have tears in my eyes now. I'm sorry, you guys. I get emotional when I talk about my mom.
I'm like 40 miles away from Leavenworth. Mom and Dad are at the graveyard at Fort. And then cut it off. I guess at Fort Leavenworth. And then Hugs put Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. Like, isn't that a big federal jail? I have no idea.
I think so. I think you're right about that, it being a big prison, yes.
Rose said, hey guys. How's it going, Rose?
Hi, Rose.
And then Rhonda.
Glad you could stop in and visit. You got a pet peeve that you'd like to share with us, or a herb that you use and would recommend for somebody? Let us know.
Rhonda put, thank you, Miss Parker. She said thank you about something.
You're welcome, sweetheart. I know how you're feeling, and it doesn't go away, but it does get easier. And I still cry, and it's been 2 years. My mom passed, and I lost my best friend.
Kansas is like a 2.5, 3 hour drive from here.
Yeah, Kansas is away.
Yeah, it's a ways from where I live. So.
But it is a big fort place and a prison.
Yeah,
place.
there is a fort in Kansas, and I don't know if I don't think there's a prison in Kansas anymore. I think they took it out.
Maybe
I'd have to look it up.
I'd have to look up that too, but I think it's still there and still running.
Well, Kathy's from Kansas, so there might still be I don't know about in Kansas, but I'm talking about Kansas City. There used to be a prison in Kansas City, and I don't think there is anymore.
Okay, you guys, let's talk about this.
Cat Rose, but I'm curious myself. I have lupus, and I'm getting interested in supplements to help me with the symptoms.
You know, I know Ted had lupus at one time too. Isn't that caused by a tick bite? Or am I wrong?
Rhonda put, Kathy, my oldest brother was murdered, and my other brother was standing beside him when it happened. He OD'd and died on the bathroom floor a few years later. Wow, that's crazy.
So you lost both your brothers. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Bless you, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
Rose said no,
I've
that's
had a
Lyme.
cousin that was murdered.
Rose said no, that's Lyme poisoning that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought it had something to do with lupus too, but you know, I'm not the smartest.
Yeah, she heard that earlier, Donna, that her order will be here Tuesday. And I said, send me the amount in a message so I can bring it over to you. However much it is. She said, but the symptoms are very similar.
I thought so, because I know Ted did have Lyme disease, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
He did, because
Yeah,
he took medication for it.
Well, the reason my dad had the disease he had is because he got it, and then he went to Horseshoe Lake, which is a very disgusting lake.
Illinois.
It's in Illinois, and there's bottles in that lake, and you got to walk around in it and push your feet down in the mud to find the bottles. And when you find the bottles, you got to take your foot and push it up out of the mud. Now, push the bottle up to the top of the water.
Yeah.
And he had some cuts and spider bites and shit, and it got affected really bad because of that.
Yeah. And he also got malaria from that leg.
I'll look it up and see if I can find some.
In Illinois.
Spell it.
Lupus? Lupus?
Lupus. I'll look it up and see if I can find some stuff for you, Rose.
I like to talk about things like that because sometimes, like I said, the medications, and it's most of them that I see on the commercials, tell you that they can kill you. And I'm like, why do you even have them on the market? Are you trying to just get rid of people?
We used to watch that channel all the time.
What?
She said, if you like ghosts, try the Paranormal Files, which I've never watched that. But Exploring with Josh, which we used to watch all the time.
Yes,
and then
with Josh,
Twin Paranormal. 3 good channels for you and your mom.
I have watched paranormal videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Yes, I watched that too.
Yeah, we used to watch Exploring with Josh all the time.
Oh yeah, we watched Josh. Danny and I would sit every night and watch Josh for hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's very interesting to explore everything that he's done. He's an amazing young man. Really amazing, and he takes what he does to heart. Yeah. So here's another thing I was thinking of today, you guys. I was like, well, maybe this is a good day to talk because, but we all have a tendency to hoard things. And I'm telling you what, if I can keep something that I think I'm going to be able to use, or like condiments or napkins that you get from McDonald's or something like that, I keep it. Because I figure, why not? I can use this and I won't have to go and buy it or whatever. Are you guys like that? Do you do that kind of stuff? Because I'm particular. And then I also remember somebody had asked me, I remembered this today, somebody had asked me on a live when Danny and I was cooking how I kept the top of the stove so clean. So I wanted to share with you guys the way I keep the stove as clean as I do. And you're going to think I'm full of crap, but I'm telling you guys, this works.
I will try to keep up with the messages, guys.
Okay. What you do is you take a half a cup of white distilled vinegar, and you put in a couple of squirts of Dawn dishwashing liquid, stir it up, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, get it high in a microwave bowl, excuse me, and wipe that on your stove. And then you wipe it off really good, and you'll be able to tell that it'll start loosening up. If you guys have, and we've all had it, I'm not saying any particular person, because all of us have ended up with brown or burnt on our stoves. It happens. But this is an easy way to take care of it. You can even do it on the inside of your oven. Just heat up the vinegar and the Dawn, and then wipe over it, in the oven and everything. Let it sit for a couple of hours, and then go back and reheat your leftover Dawn and vinegar and do it again, and then wipe it off. It wipes off so clear. And that also works on your bathtub and your showers. Because you wipe with the sponge down your bathtub, because it's all heated together, and I don't know what it does, but somehow it reacts, and it will just clean all kinds of soap scum and everything like that too. So try it out. But that's how I keep the stovetop so clean.
Rose put, mine was triggered by fertility treatments. Now I have 6 autoimmune conditions.
Oh.
That's what caused her lupus. And then
Because you wanted to have a baby, so you did fertility treatments?
I don't know. Rhonda asked, so she might have answered that. Rhonda said, "Do you have any children?" To her. I'm trying to find. I just got. It just flew me all the way down. I hate when it does that. Like you're reading it, it goes poof.
Yeah.
Exploring
Well,
with,
I wanted to share.
Donna put Exploring with Josh is amazing. I watched
Yes.
that with Danny laughing out loud.
Yes.
I have a.
We all did, Donna.
She said, "I have a 5-year-old miracle boy. I'd love to have another and plan to try again soon. I'll look into that." I guess somebody gave her an option to look into. And then Ashley put, "I'm glad you came on the live, Mom. It helps keep my mind off everything."
Aw, have you heard from your ghosts this week? Ours have been really quiet.
Rhonda put, "Paranormal Nightmare is 3 brothers and they do a cleansing after they get done."
And it's called Paranormal Nightmare.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Because I do like watching stuff like that, you know.
And Rose put, "I always keep stashes of napkins in my purse and in the car," laughing out loud.
You know why throw them away? Because they give it to you, but you know they're really getting ginsy too. They'll ask for condiments when you go.
They'll give you 2.
And get a burger or something now, and they'll give you like Danny said, they'll give you 2, and then they'll charge you 39 to 50 cents for another one. Ain't that stupid?
Squirrel put, "Heck yeah, I get all the Whataburger napkins and ketchup I can."
And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, you guys, because when you do find yourself low on money or something, come on, you have it.
And Ashley put, "That was me," laughing out loud. "My stove always has that ring on it," laughing out loud.
But I just told you, Ashley, how to do it. Use the vinegar and the Dawn, heat it in the microwave, and get it pretty hot, and then put that on your spots on your stove. I guarantee it works good because that's what keeps Danny so nice and shiny. But then I also, after I do that, and I'm really telling the truth here, I use an SOS pad, and stuff just comes right off. Right off, and it stays really nice.
I guess Rhonda was going with your keeping stuff. She put, "Miss Parker, hell yeah. My mom raised 5 of us by herself, and I know how to survive."
You do learn that. My mom had 7 of us, you know, but altogether there's 9 of us. My dad raised 2, and my mom had 7. And when you didn't get a lot of stuff as a kid, your parents taught you to keep everything. It can be used later on, and you know, when you go to these estate sales and stuff like that, and you see all the bowls and the pots and pans and everything, it's because we were taught you don't throw that stuff away. Mm-hmm. You know?
Hugs put, "My mom passed away in 2015, my dad in 2019. I still have their things I can't let go of. Dad's coat and hat are still in the closet."
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
And Rose put, "That's so smart. I never thought to try it warm."
Yes, warm it up. It works very well. And like I said, we could go in and show you right now. Danny's stovetop is spotless. And that's what I do. And then a lot of times I'll put it on there, and if it's a really tough, like I said, burnt or brown spot, I get out my SOS pad with it, and it'll come right off, you guys, and it looks amazing. I think it always looks amazing, the stove does here. You can tell it's an older one because it's yellowed, you know, but that's not grease or nothing. It's just from age.
Squirrel put, "White vinegar and apple cider vinegar." Apple cider vinegar is really good to drink. Like you put it with onion.
I don't recommend it for cleaning.
Yeah, put apple cider vinegar with. Well, maybe she does, but
if you have something that it works good on,
take apple cider vinegar with some onion, like Mom used to put it in, and garlic, and let it sit for
a week,
like a week, and then drink that. It's amazing. It
You
clears.
put it in water.
It'll clear out your whole. It doesn't taste good,
No.
but it will clean out your whole system.
And it's good for you, and it has a lot of vitamins.
Yeah,
in
it'll
it.
clean out your whole system.
Oh yeah, it'll clean out your system, but it'll help everything about your system too. It also will keep you from eating a lot if you sip it with your food.
And then Justice put, I will let my mother know about the stove thing.
I mean, it's a good idea on letting you guys know. I just remember somebody had asked me when we were cooking how I kept the top of the stove so
It was
clean.
Ashley.
And I was like, I couldn't remember
I think
who
it was
asked
Ashley.
me.
I think she just said it up there a little bit ago. It was her.
You know, I couldn't remember who had asked me, but I was like, I need to tell them my secret. That's my secret.
Donna put lime juice, Dawn, vinegar, and water mixed is good.
Is that what you use on your stove, Donna?
It'll take her a minute before she hears you.
I keep telling you, we got to get some lemon juice. Everybody uses lemon juice for a lot of stuff. I'm like, I got to get some.
Squirrel said, my son is running through the house singing the chorus to Pioneer. Started calling him Little Upchurch. I guess he likes Upchurch's music.
Wow. You know, kids are so cute. When you look, and then they grow up. Let me tell you.
Does who have a YouTube channel, Rhonda?
Then they grow up. Kids are amazing. I love kids. They fascinate me.
Ashley's telling you a ghost story.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have a video of Courtney. Her head was hurting, her really bad, and I turned on the spirit box, and I asked it if they were messing with her head, and it had a creepy laugh.
Have you got that on Facebook?
I don't know if she has it on yet.
Actually, when you put that on, be sure you let me know so I can go and listen to it. And now, one time, a couple of times I listened to Danny's spirit box. And I'm telling you what, it was kind of eerie here at this house because it was active. I mean, very active. I asked it questions about Kylie.
Yeah.
Kylie Rodney, and it was answering me. It was telling me yes or no or whatever, and I was like, wow, this is really weird, this spirit box thing. But yeah, I'd like to hear that, Ashley.
Rhonda said, my mom was born in 1940.
My mama too.
And times were still hard from the Great Depression.
Yes, and they knew to save everything, and they teach you that when you come from a big family, they teach you to save everything. And you know, there's nothing wrong now, within reason, you guys. I'm not talking be a hoarder, you know, where you can't get through your house or something. I'm not talking
Yeah,
like
don't
that,
be like my daughter.
But
you can't open her door. Like,
you can't.
her room's clean, but she has everything on the floor. It's like,
It looks like a hoarder's
Get
room.
the shit off the floor. You got a closet. You got a dresser. You got a shelf over here. Nope. It's in the floor.
Yep. Yep. And it does look like a hoarder's room. I'm not saying, you know, be like that, but I'm saying, you know, within reason, if you get extra sauce or something,
What's
you know,
up,
at
Cliff?
McDonald's or any other place, keep that stuff.
Hugs put ACV is a miracle. I'm not really sure what ACV is.
Is that the oil?
Maybe.
The marijuana oil?
Donna put everyday cleaning is what she uses hers for.
I'm going to have to get some lemon juice.
And Hugs put, I mix it with water, lemon, and a little honey in the morning.
Apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about. Yeah, my
Yeah.
boys love him. My boy loves him some Upchurch music and music in general. And Rhonda put Paranormal Nightmare because somebody asked what it was again.
I'm going to have to watch that too.
I'll send it to you on there. She was crying, laughing out loud. She'll send me
it
it.
headaches so
Yeah.
bad that it made her cry.
She was crying before, and she got on the spirit box and asked it if it was aggravating her, and it started laughing.
And that means, yeah, I am. So wow, bless her heart. Oh.
How's your day going, Cliff? These spirit box sounds, those spirit box sounds give me the willies. I never know what they're saying.
I was asking questions, like I said, to Danny's, because I came in here. I didn't want to take it in the front room by myself because Danny was going to let me, but I didn't want to be by myself. So I just had Danny turn his on, and I asked questions about Kylie Rodney, and it was answering me. Yes, no, maybe.
Oh, that's funny, Rose.
Yeah, murder. Absolutely straight up told me murder. And I was like,
okay, that makes more sense.
It gave me cold chills.
Rose put, I can't talk because I have a clothes mountain, laughing out loud. It starts as a basket, then becomes a clothes pile, and it grows over time into a damn mountain, laughing out loud.
We had a mountain pile today, too.
Yeah, and then Hugs put, ACV is apple cider vinegar.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, with honey, garlic. Some people have even put onion juice in theirs.
I like mine with onion.
We all do it differently, but I have heard of lemon juice, honey, and onion juice being added to apple cider vinegar to give it a more different flavor instead of being so potent like it is. Because apple cider vinegar, you guys, is potent stuff, but it has a lot of vitamins.
There's a lot of good things in it for you that you should be taking.
Yes.
Ashley put, Mom, when you was little, did your mom or granny ever talk about seeing stuff or hearing anything?
When I think back, and like I said, I can remember back to when I was 3. I can't remember any further than that. And my parents didn't. But, like I had told you guys the story, when I was growing up, we moved into Mrs. Bach's house that she had died in the house that we moved into, but my parents had bought it, and Mrs. Bax got blamed for everything because my mama's favorite saying was, I know, Miss Bax did it. And I'll tell you what, my mama she cracked the whip every day. I'm not kidding you. When I tell you I got my butt whooped every day, pretty much every day. Back then, that's what they did to teach you respect and to get you to do chores and stuff like that. If you didn't do it, boy, you got it. And so we always blamed Miss Bax for everything, and so did my mama.
And
when I moved to Cuba, Mrs. Bax came with me. Remember I told you the story, Ashley? But as far as my grandmother and my mother talking about ghosts, no, they did not. They did not ever talk about stuff like that in my childhood.
Okay,
no.
So this is a long one, so you gotta let me read everybody, because everybody into this. It says, I know, right? And my dryer has a loose belt, so it's just squeaks. That's what Squirrel said. Ashley said, my damn dryer eats socks. I can always put socks in the washer, and when I get them out the dryer, I'm always a couple of socks short. And let me finish.
Dryers too.
And then you can talk. And then Squirrel put, Ashley, you got some dryer groans. And then Donna put, socks turn into Tupperware lids.
Did you ever notice?
You lose socks and gain lids.
Yeah, that's true, Donna. I'm telling you, Danny and I can go in the kitchen, and I'll tell you what, we have lids to bowls we don't even have, so yeah. I have to say, if your dryer is eating the socks like my dryer used to do when I was raising the boys, half the time the dryer ate their socks. I understand what you're saying, Ashley.
Apparently they turn into Tupperware.
And I
They become
understand
lids.
that part too, Donna, because Danny and I can go in the kitchen and we don't lose too many socks, but a lot of times I lose sponges.
That's because they get stuck in the clothes and then you don't find them for a week until you put the clothes on.
But yeah, I think they grow into the lids that we have in the kitchen because the lids are either too big, too small.
I'm not kidding, bowls that actually use lids in our kitchen, maybe 20. We have 60 lids probably.
If not more.
20 bowls that actually use lids, it's 60 lids.
No, we probably have more than that.
Well,
Because there's some down in the little cabinet. I mean, and you'll throw them in the back and stuff. But yeah, that's funny. That's really funny, Donna. So yeah, I guess the socks are turning into Tupperware lids.
Kathy said that she lived in Kansas, born and raised in Kansas City, is now in OLATHE, Kansas. OLATHE, Kansas.
Maria?
Lutta? I don't know, somewhere in Kansas. And then Hugs, but did you all have to go pick your own switches? Never made sense. We stayed out until after dark looking for the perfect switch. Laughing out loud.
Oh my gosh, I stole some aspirins one time from the drugstore. And I wrapped them up as a Christmas gift for my mom. And I got caught.
Well, duh, she opened the gift.
And my mama made me go cut my own switch. And she beat me so hard, you guys.
You know how many switches I had to go out and get when I was a kid?
So yeah, I know what them switches are like. I got
0.
beat.
But I made this fucking paddle when I was in shop. Don't ever do this, kids. If there's any kids on here, don't ever do this. I made this fucking paddle when I was in shop. And I drilled holes in the fucker. That's an even worse idea. Don't fucking do that either. But if you're gonna make a paddle, don't put holes in it. I drilled holes in this fucker. Yeah, my mom busted my ass with that one time. I didn't do anything bad for a long time after that.
But every time...
But I never had to go and get a stick. My parents never made us do that.
No, but I have hit them with a paddle. Yes, I have.
That paddle sucked. And it was bad because I did that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. And he gave it to me. I was like, okay. And I still have it.
Apparently a lot of people... Kathy
but we have a lot of respect because we did get our butts beat.
Kathy put, yes, we did. It best be a good one, laughing out loud, respect. And then Ashley put, and if we didn't get a good enough one, they'd send us back out.
Did you ever do this?
And Squirrel put, yeah, I did. My Nana was old school, and you better get the right switch.
Did you ever come in and have a little big twig or something like this? Here you go, Mom. And that just made them that much madder? Oh,
Kathy said she lost her mom in 72, and her dad in 72, and her mom in 93. And then...
It doesn't matter when you lose them. Like I said, it's horrible to lose your father. It is. It's horrible, you guys. I would never tell anybody that it's horrible. I went through losing both my fathers, but when I lost my mom, I lost my best friend.
Squirrel put, my Nana gave us a time limit, or she would get it, and then your butt's gonna be screaming.
Yes, or back then, and I tell Danny about this, your parents or your grandmother, parents or the grandmother, because they had just as much right back then to beat your butt as your mom and dad did. Anything they could get their hands on,
that's what Ashley
hit you.
That's
with.
What Ashley just put. My mom and Granny
anything
would hit us with anything they could get their hands on. That's what Ashley just put.
That's amazing that I said what you're saying, Ashley, without even knowing it. You know, it's like we were
Yeah,
on the same thought
that's
level.
pretty much what we got to. Donna put, I got a belt and stood my nose in the corner.
Yes.
Or sit in the middle of the floor Indian style. That sucked.
No, we made Danny and Johnny sit in the middle of their beds Indian style. And
That
I
wasn't
mean like this.
that wasn't bad. As soon as they walk out of the room, we just fucking play.
But we still did.
But when they did it, when they put us in the front room, our backs to the TV, so you couldn't watch the TV, and you had to sit there like this, Indian style, in the middle of the floor, where you couldn't see the TV. When you're a kid, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah, because kids are like,
I want to watch the damn TV. And they'd put it on something we like, too.
yes. That's what you do. You let them know what they're missing out on. You know, and then you turn their back against it, and, you know, then they'd be good for a week, and then they'd do it again. You know, kids are kids. My boys were really good at breaking windows when they were younger. Every time I turned around, we were fixing a window.
I never broke a window when I was younger. Not one single time. I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Johnny threw a bowling ball through your window. That's the only window that ever got broke when we were kids.
Your bedroom window got broke 3 times.
It wasn't for me. I
didn't say it was
You
for
said
you.
me
I said the kids.
There's only 2 of us, me and Johnny.
Danny, I had 15 kids at my house all the time.
Your kids. That's what you said the first time.
The kid. Okay. The kid.
Okay, now we're getting there. Because
I
I never broke a window. I broke a lot of shit, but I never broke a window.
Oh my gosh!
I wrecked my dad's truck, and that was horrible. Like he told me to get in there and turn the radio off, and I got in there, and I was still a kid, so I thought you had to turn the car on to turn the radio off. Well, you don't. And a car rolled down the hill and hit another car. Yeah.
That's true too.
I got that.
And my dad hit a trailer.
My dad only hit me, busted my ass 3 times in my life. Only 3 times. And all 3 of those times, I deserved the ass beating I got. And when my dad whooped your ass, you knew you got your ass beat. And I deserved it all 3 times. But he wasn't nice when he whooped the ass.
I'm telling you, when I grew up, it was a daily thing to get hit. My mom would be so mad and frustrated all the time. I think it's because, you know, she had so many kids and she was young. You know, but it's no reason. But then you hit your kids if they smarted up. You hit your kids if they didn't do what you said. You just hit them. And many a times I had black eyes and bloody noses. My mouth was busted. Because it was normal. I tell Danny, and this is the truth, you guys, and I love my mom. God rest her soul, I love my mom. But my mom would have been doing jail time if it was nowadays.
Rhonda put, my mama would get about 4 or 5 whipping willow switches, and you could hear them swishing through the air.
Oh, yeah. And you knew when it hit your skin, it was cutting.
And she was bad about throwing shoes at us, is what she said.
My mom's was hairbrushes.
And then Hug put, I miss Mom every single day. I still talk to her. Funny thing, I know what she would be saying back to me.
Well, you know, I know my mom, and I'm in my 60s, you guys, but my mom wouldn't be happy with some of the things I've done.
She said a cuss word earlier.
And she's only been gone 2 years. But
well, I heard my mom say a bad word earlier.
I respected my mom. When my dad passed away, he was young. He was 50.
Yeah, he was really young because I was only like,
he was 50.
I want to say I was like 15 when your dad died.
10.
Yeah, he died before Grandma, didn't he? Before Grandma Parker. It was like 2 years later when Grandma Parker died, because I was 12 when she died.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was a long time ago.
My mom, when my dad passed away, this was my stepdad, but my dad.
That was the guy that raised her. That was her dad.
When he passed away, I promised myself that I would always be there for my mom no matter what. And you know what, you guys, I was. I was there for my mom Every time she needed something, I was there.
Okay, let me catch up because there's a lot. Squirrel put if I was at my aunt's house, we got time out until my uncle got home. I'll tell you what, you never forget the sound of a leather belt flying through the belt loops. And then Ashley put, growing up, I never got paid to do the stuff. Growing up, I never got paid to do the stuff around the house. But nowadays, my kids want money for everything they do.
That's true.
And then Rhonda put, I just jumped. Hold on. I got to figure. Rhonda put, I have to go. Thank you all for a great live.
Oh,
have a good night, Rhonda.
Be blessed, sweetie.
I had a great time talking to you, Miss Parker. Have a great night, guys.
Oh, thank you
and then
so much.
Squirrel put, I told mine I feed you, didn't I? And wash your clothes. And then Justice put, I got blamed for most things, so half of the discipline I didn't deserve, but the rest I did. And then,
I was that way too. I was the middle kid. I had 3 behind me and 3 in front of me. I was the middle kid. No matter what happened, I got blamed, whether I did it or not.
That's just mean. Mom put my favorite stuffed monkey on top of the fridge. I cried every time I looked up there. And then Justice put, my sister hated me as a kid. They blamed me for a lot. And Ashley put, I've only cussed in front of my mom a handful of times, laughing out loud. She gets so mad when I slip up.
My mama did too. I could go in a restaurant, you guys, and I could have everybody in my mom would get so embarrassed. And my sister Peggy, I took her all the time with me when I would go and visit mom and take mom shopping and buy her whatever she needed, and then I'd take her to eat. But I'll go in a restaurant and sit down, and I'd start talking to everybody in the restaurant, and I'd have them all going. I made them laugh and everything else, and I said them potty words back then that my mama would get so embarrassed, and I could cuss like the rest of them. I mean, I was...
Although my grandma wasn't an innocent person, because
my grandma wasn't.
One of my very first words was son of a bitch, and that I learned that from her mother.
Yes. And when I told my mom about it and everything, my mama quit cussing. She really did. And, my mom had told me for a couple of years, she said, you got to quit talking like that. And then Johnny started telling me, my youngest son, Mom, that just don't sound good coming out of your mouth. God don't want you to be that way. And I knew he was right, so I really put myself in check. But I'm telling you, when I get mad, them words come out. I absolutely say them, and I know I shouldn't, but I do. When I get mad.
Squirrel goes, I don't cuss unless I'm mad. Then for some reason, I turn into a sailor.
Me too. Excuse me. I've worked in truck stops and everything like that, you guys. So yeah, I can cuss with the best of them. You betcha. But I don't.
She said, actually, I become the captain of the ship.
You become that number 1 trucker? Yeah. Yeah. So...
Justice put, as the oldest, my sisters got everything first, me last. So yeah, I'm still having a lot of jealousy towards my sisters, but I'm doing better.
I did too, and then as I got older, this is going to sound so funny, but we always went to my sister Laura's, which was my oldest sister, and we would take, our sons down there, and that way they could see my real dad and be with Ada and him for a little bit, yet they could be with my sister and Junior and her kids for a little bit. And my sister Laura used to give me the hardest time. Now, sister, I'm not snitching on you, I'm telling you the truth. So, don't be coming and visiting me. But anyways, she always told me I look like a tomboy all the time, and I'm just a t-shirt, blue jean person.
How's it going, Lisa?
But my oldest sister used to really get mad at me and tell me, oh, when are you going to quit looking like a tomboy and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's never going to happen. And I still haven't changed, you know.
I loved my Aunt Laura when I was growing up, but she turned into a bitch. I'm sorry. I don't really like, I don't talk to either one of my sides of my family. But that woman, I've never ate biscotti. Never. Like, biscotti's fucking gross. I'm not going to eat that shit.
Don't eat noodles.
I will not eat biscotti. Like, there's other noodles that, as I've got older, I'll eat now. If it's made a certain way. But biscotti, no. And I still won't eat that shit. But her sister made this chili biscotti. I don't know what she put in it. I wish I did. She told my mom, she's like, just have him try it. He might like it. And my mom's like, he ain't gonna eat it. I ate 3 fucking bowls of that shit.
He did, and I was so mad.
It was, I don't know what she did, but oh my gosh, it was the best damn biscotti I ever had, and the only biscotti I've ever ate.
Yes. Yes, and my sister wouldn't tell me how she made it.
I know it cost like $100, didn't it? Like
150.
100 something bucks to make.
Yeah, but it made enough for pretty much a week.
But oh my gosh,
after we came home,
it was so freaking good
for a week. But yeah, she wouldn't tell me how she made it either. And Danny, I was so upset when he ate it.
Oh my gosh, it was. I ate 3 bowls.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And there's a lot of noodle things that I've tried with Danny, and no. Now he does like my beef stroganoff.
And
he does like my
hot dog casserole. And I'll eat Donna's mom's lasagna and her, I can't think what it's called. It's a salad. Macaroni salad. Like, that's it. That's the only noodles I'll eat.
Yeah, he won't. If I make macaroni and cheese or just make noodles with whatever I'm going to put in it with some kind of red sauce or something, you know, old timers. You know what I'm talking about when red sauce. But Danny won't touch it. Yeah. But he always tells me, Mom, if it's what you want, you know, go ahead and make it anyways, you know. And I won't, but I know I should because, well, I probably should, you know, but I don't do it because I always feel like I'm wasting.
Justice put chicken Alfredo. Donna?
I love chicken Alfredo.
I don't like chicken Alfredo. I think it's fucking disgusting.
I love it.
But everybody that, I'm pretty sure Donna makes it. I could be wrong in this story, but Donna used to make chicken Alfredo. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, Donna makes chicken Alfredo, and almost everybody that I've seen eat her chicken Alfredos loved it.
Yes, I liked it. It was very good.
I thought it was Donna, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
She'll have to do a video one day and show you guys how she does it because it's really good. I really enjoyed every bite of it.
Squirrel put, I do the biscotti sauce with hamburger meat and Italian sausage and then put it on top of garlic bread. Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, that's something different.
Yeah, I'm still going to pass. That doesn't sound good to me at all. Biscotti's gross.
Danny's not a spaghetti at all.
Yeah.
The other noodles, he will at least try them. But if he sees it's a spaghetti noodle, he ain't even going to try it.
No. Like, I've been raised, try it. Like, that's how my mom and dad raised me. Yes. At least try it. Even if you don't like it, at least try it every couple of years because your taste buds do change.
Yes,
and you'll start liking something maybe you didn't like.
Yes.
I'm not fucking eating biscotti. I don't give a shit. I'm not even going to try it.
Yep. If he sees it's a spaghetti noodle, he ain't trying. He ain't even going to try it.
I would literally, my mom and dad would put it in front of me on the table when we had biscotti. I'd just sit there. I'm not eating this shit. I'd sit there all damn night, and I wouldn't eat it.
And then he'd go to bed and I'd sneak him peanut butter and jelly. I always did.
We're talking about me not liking noodles, Rose.
But
she said her phone died. And
everybody has different tastes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things that Danny likes that I won't touch. They eat bologna, Brianna and Danny, like it's going out of style, you guys. I won't touch that crap.
I love bologna.
I grew up on that, and I'm telling you, I didn't like it as a kid, and I'm not eating it now. And they'll get it out and they'll put it in front of my nose and stuff, and I'm like,
Burn all.
I ain't doing that stuff. No way. Oh, come on. Not happening.
I'll eat some noodles, Rose, but spaghetti, I won't eat it at all. Not at all.
I won't even try it.
Not at all. I won't even, like, other noodles, I'll at least attempt to try a bite. Spaghetti, I'm not eating that shit. No way.
Yep. Like I said, if he sees it's a spaghetti noodle, he ain't eating it.
I could eat bologna every day, Rose, but fried bologna is good once in a while. No, I could eat it every day. Like me and Brianna, my daughter, we could eat it every day.
They're disgusting. Yeah, and they'll come over and go. Sometimes.
Or I'll get it out. I'll be like, Mom, I'm making something to eat. She'll be like, what are you having? Bologna? Nope.
It's a habit, you know. I'm in the front room, you guys, and it's a habit.
Donna said I had a fried bologna sandwich today with some tomato and onion on it.
You're disgusting, Donna. But anyways, I'll be sitting in the front room, and I know Danny and Brianna get aggravated at me, you guys, but it's just something I've always done, even when my boys were little, you know? And they'd go in the kitchen, and my constant thing I always say is, what are you getting? Because, and it's none of my business, you know, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm wanting something too, you know, so I'm like, well, what are you getting? And I know it aggravates them because it's none of my business. But I'm like, well, maybe they're going to get something and I'll want what they're getting, you know, is what is in my head. But it seems like I'm being nosy. What are you getting? And it's not that way at all. It's like, getting something good, and Danny usually says, bologna, Mom, you want some? Nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good.
I can't, like, I get it, Justice. There's stuff that people dislike, but I can't believe you dislike cheesecake. But I won't eat nuts, cherries, cheesecake, or bacon.
Oh, you're kidding. I would eat all of them together.
Me too. You can put them all in the cake, in the cheesecake.
And I'd eat it. Yeah, sprinkle the bacon on top. Yeah. I'd eat all of it. But I can understand, you know,
Rose
there's things I don't like.
Donna laughed about you saying what you said about the bologna.
Oh my gosh, you're a disgusting woman.
Rose put, I'm not a picky eater, and then Squirrel put, yeah, I can't do bologna except for like a couple of times a year.
I can't do it at all.
I'll eat fried bologna on a BLT sandwich ever so often when that craving hits. The list of things I will eat is way shorter than what I won't eat.
I ain't eating no dead gum bologna.
Donna said she hates peanuts.
And I do know that, Donna. But Donna makes some awesome peanut butter cookies, you guys.
Squirrel put, oh, bacon cheesecake. I'm sold. I'm making it.
Doesn't that sound good?
It does sound pretty good.
Bacon cheesecake.
Like a cheesecake.
With bacon
a cherry
on top.
cheesecake with bacon sprinkled on it. Does sound really good.
Sounds awesome.
And then Lisa put, soon it will be fresh garden on bread with fresh garden tomatoes on bread with mayonnaise. Yummy.
No mayo. Mustard, tomato, and bread. I love them. Just a tomato sandwich.
That's basically that's what she said. Just a tomato with bread and mayonnaise.
Yeah. I'm hearing you on that. Fresh tomato right out of the garden. Put on that mustard. Oh, yum. Yeah. Or just sitting and eating a tomato right out of the garden. You know,
I can eat a tomato from the store on a sandwich, but I can't just eat a tomato from the store. I don't know. They don't taste as good. But Donna's mom and dad used to send us tomatoes home when her dad was still alive. And a tomato that comes freshly out of the garden, I can eat the whole damn thing in one sitting. Like I was fresh garden tomato.
We would fight over them.
Me and her would eat them in one day. Like they didn't make it. She'd usually give us like 20.
Yeah.
we'd have them make like within a 24-hour period.
Oh yeah, yeah. Donna's dad, he had a green thumb when it came to them tomatoes, and they were the bomb. They were really good. So yeah, I could just sit and eat them. And when I was younger, I used to go out in the garden and just sit there with the salt shaker. You didn't even wash them back then. You just picked them babies and ate them. So yeah.
Justice, figure out where I'm at. Justice put, I hate fat on meat, and if it's pink, gross. I don't even eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then
I love peanut butter and jelly.
Ashley put, I don't eat anything with bones in it. Has to be boneless. Laughing out loud. I beg to differ, but I'll leave that one alone, Ashley. She'll figure
You're
it.
disgusting.
I'm with Mom. Give a tomato and a salt shaker.
Yeah, sit in the garden and just pick that right off the vine and eat that, baby. Yum.
Donna put, I'm growing some tomatoes, and she put, I love fried green tomatoes.
I do too, and I like the way you make them, Donna. I really do. So the next time you make them, you'll have to send me some.
And then Lisa put, tomorrow night I will be cooking live crawfish and all the fixings. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I would actually probably eat that. Ashley put, laughing out loud to what I said. No, I like chicken, is what she said. You'd have to know the story.
I can only imagine, you guys.
Rose, I have to grow tomatoes every year. We have a small apartment, and my boyfriend hates that I have so many plants, but tomatoes are a must.
You know, when you grow up on stuff like that, and then you don't have it, because Danny and I haven't had any tomato plants here, and we probably should, because
it's not like we don't have. It's not like I don't have no room to put a tomato plant.
There's plenty of room.
5 acres right here, like between this yard and the yard across the street. So I could definitely. I'm too fucking lazy. Let's be real.
Okay, he said it, not me.
But I could build a box if Mom wants to do it and put it on the porch, and she could put some tomatoes in it.
True that, because I just remember as a kid just going out with the salt shaker and just sitting in the garden and just plucking off them tomatoes and salting them and eating them. Like I said, you didn't even wash them. And sometimes I would even eat the green beans, you guys, in the garden. I'd just go over and pull them off and eat the green beans without them being cooked. I mean, you know, but that's how we were when we were younger in my generation. You know, you did things differently, and you ate better than you do now.
Yeah, food now.
The air.
Yeah, or what they sprayed on it.
Down on your food.
What they sprayed on it.
Yeah, you did when you went out into the garden.
Hold on, we're definitely buffering right now. Let us know when you can hear us good again, guys. It was definitely buffering. I've seen it. Can you hear us good? I'm gonna jump down here just to see. Okay.
We
started buffering.
I just remember things as me being a kid and how it is now, and I'm telling you, we lost a lot during all these years. The kids have lost out on so much. I know they have different things now.
No, the kids aren't learning nothing.
But what I had as a kid, like I said, we would go blackberry picking.
If I could take,
you can't even get the kids to go outside.
If I could take my kids and go back to the 80s when I was raised, I would do it in a second. Like I would leave this age and go back to the 80s with my kids.
That was rough.
I don't want to start over, but I'd take my kids back to the 80s with me if there was a chance of doing that. I'd rather my kids grew up in the 80s than grow up what they're growing up in now.
You just
Lisa said hi.
Hi, Lisa. I have a picture of my boys and my 3 nephews. I still call them my 3 nephews, even though Ted and I divorced. They're my nephews. All of them playing in a mud puddle, you guys. I mean, a huge mud puddle, and they're all 5 sitting in this mud puddle, and I mean, they are caked from head to toe. I mean, they are in nothing but mud. But they were being kids, they were having fun, they were outside, they were doing stuff, so the little things that we did as kids and we let our kids do, you don't see nothing like that anymore.
Freaking Justice put a big no to animal organs, bones on meat, and pigs and chicken feet. Yeah, pigs and chicken feet doesn't sound good.
I've heard people eat chicken feet and pig's feet and stuff like that. No.
And then Lisa put crawfish is a must in Louisiana.
I'm sure it is. Louisiana is known for all of its fishing stuff. So.
And Ashley said I've never
ate. And I could live in Louisiana because I love catfish and fish.
Ashley said I've never ate a tomato.
Never?
And Squirrel put, I love me some crawfish.
Oh my goodness, boiled. You have to eat a tomato. Why don't you eat tomatoes? Are you allergic? Wow.
And then Lisa put macaroni, butter, and tomato sauce.
Oh, I've never tried that. Is it good? Macaroni, butter, and tomato sauce.
Yep.
So you're just talking plain red noodles. Like the old timers made, just red noodles.
Macaroni, butter, and tomato sauce.
Yeah.
I will pass.
Oh, yeah.
I won't ever try that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she will. I won't.
No, that's red noodles.
Yeah, I'll pass.
So, yeah, I'm all for that. I would eat that, yeah, because I like red noodles. So, but getting Danny to eat it, not going to happen.
Actually put, I don't know why people eat something's feet that has walked around our shit all day.
Your feet does too. I tell people all the time, because, and Donna, you'll remember this, Nick and I used to argue over your feet are always dirty. No matter if you just get out of the tub or not. As soon as your feet hit the floor, they're dirty. And Nick would argue with me they're not.
Nick is Donna's oldest son.
He would absolutely argue with me. How could they be dirty? You just got out of the tub. Or did you just step on the nasty floor? Your feet are dirty. They're dirty instantly. As soon as you step out of the tub, your feet are dirty. And he would argue with me. I'm telling you what, though. Nick's a very, very, very intelligent young man. But I'll tell you, if he believed in something, he stood by it. He didn't let anybody sway him. If he thought that's how it was, that's how it was.
Squirrel put, yeah, even I have my limits. No animal feet except for crab feet.
See, and I'm not so much on crab or anything that because
Brianna and Donna would eat the crab ragu like it's going out of style if we go to a Chinese place. Like they both eat that shit like it's going out of style.
Not me.
Squirrel put, yeah, the crab feet's getting dunked in garlic butter.
See, I just don't do that, but I love fish.
My dad's best friend, his name was Bobby Watring. That dude, it didn't matter what he made, if he cooked it outside on the grill, it was gonna be good. Like, he made the fish that you'd put it in your mouth, you didn't even have to chew it, it just melted in your mouth. Like, oh my God, he was the best guy cook I ever ate his food. Like, it was, everything he made was fresh and amazing.
And he caught it himself.
Yeah, fresh. That's what I mean by fresh. He'd catch it himself, and he'd have everybody over, and he'd cook for like 100 people.
Yeah, and he'd just invite anybody. He didn't care. He'd be walking into the store to get some seasoning, and he would invite people in the store. You know?
Yeah. You going to bed?
So, yeah.
Come around and say hi to everybody.
Okay.
My daughter's going to say hi before she goes to bed.
I was wearing a different shirt, but I got some stuff on it, so.
We're over here. They're just seeing your face.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
All right, go ahead.
Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Love you. Good night.
Good night. Love ya.
Love you.
I know, I think one of the best things I ever made,
I have. Cards.
You don't have that one?
Danny,
Can I
Johnny,
have it?
No?
and Ted and
Good try.
I were really never deer meat eaters. I mean, never ever. But Ted and I decided one day that we were going to deep fry it in Andy's seasoning.
Oh my God, Andy's seasoning's
And
amazing.
you guys, oh my goodness, I would put tenderizer on the deer meat, and we cut it in chunks, square chunks, little small square chunks. Then I would shake it up in this Andy's seasoning, and I would put it in Crisco grease, not the oil, the grease. And it had to be Crisco. And I'll tell you what, it was the best.
Oh my gosh.
It's the only way I would eat deer meat. The only way I
Well,
would eat it.
There's only two ways I'd eat deer meat. That way that Mom made it, and the way Bobby made it. Bobby made it with I don't know
what
I don't remember what he used, but I'm sorry. I love the way my mom cooks, but her deer meat compared to Bobby's deer meat, not even in the same fucking level. Like, I'd eat both of them, but Bobby's was just like he could cook.
It was phenomenal.
The man could any fresh food, like fresh meat, the man could cook.
But I think the reason why Bobby's was different was because Bobby cooked his over an open flame.
And it was all day. And he was cooking all day.
I was using electric, he was using open flame. And there is a big difference, you guys, in your food when you're doing it electrically or you're doing it open flame. There's a big difference in the food. Well, you guys know that when you go out and barbecue your meat, it has a completely different taste than when you do it on the stove or you bake it in the oven. And you often wonder why it's so different. But it is. Each and every one of the ways you cook it makes the food taste different.
All right, Mom will talk for all night, and I know her butt's probably hurting. But she's been sitting in that very uncomfortable chair, and we've been on here for 2 hours already.
Really?
Yeah, 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh, wow. I'm
So,
sorry, you guys. I guess I just felt like gossiping.
We're going to let you guys go. I'll let you guys say bye, and then we're going to be off the live.
Thank you guys for all coming by and chatting with us.
Good night, Donna. Good night, Ashley. Good night, Squirrel.
Good night. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy sharing things. Think of some herbs or things like that you guys use or that you might know about or that your grandmother or your mother might have told you about.
Good night, Rose and Justice.
Think about anything you'd like to talk about because when Danny and I come on
We're
together,
gonna
talk about everything.
We're gonna probably try to do a Mom Live once or twice a week, and I talked to Brianna about doing a live once a week too. So we're gonna try to get Brianna to do a live with me once a week too. So we're gonna do a little more family lives because they seem to go over pretty good.
We're just everyday people like you guys. We're
Hugs
not
said, "I love
and,
meeting your mom."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're not any better than anybody else. We're all down to earth. We're all home people. We're all human. We're all the same. You know, we have to treat each other good if we want to be treated good. That's how it is. Be
She
honest
said we're
and
all
open.
from the same generation.
Oh, really?
That helps a lot. We're all like 40 to 60 probably for the most part here. There's some people younger, but
right. But you know, even the youngsters can learn from us.
There are some younger people here, I'm sure.
You know, and I welcome everybody because everybody can tell me something. I learn new things.
Mom will sit here and talk all night, and then tomorrow she'll be like, "Man, I wish I didn't sit on that chair for 3 hours." So I'm gonna let you guys go.
Sounds like me.
Have a good night. We'll probably do a live with Mom in like 2 or 3 days.
Be blessed, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I know your butt's gonna be hurting.